Okay, let's get started. Away everyone, this is Regulus Pastor. Sorry, I did not look at my hair before I started, and now it's like, you know, camera's showing not a mirror image, but like what I look like to everyone else, so I'm having trouble coordinating my hands. Yeah. Uh, um, Welcome back to Higurashi no Nakakoro ni. This is Minagoroshi-hen, the seventh arc, and let's boot this up. I'm excited to be back to it. Um, Last time I streamed this was the first time in about 6 years that I've touched Higurashi, and um, now I get to voice act again, and I was surprised because um, hold on, let me check. Yes, I'm unmuted. Um, and yeah, also checking that OBS is capturing this. Um, um, I was surprised that after battling like COVID, post-COVID, and Lyme disease at the same time, um, my lung capacity and stuff hasn't been great. Um, and I lost some vocal range too, singing wise. But voice acting does not seem to be impaired. So let's continue. Last we were picking up Rika um, was able to be brought into another world, another Hinamizawa, and she has this phantomy companion who's also childish, probably more childish, named Hanyu, and only Rika could see her. And of course, we get the adultish sounding Rika internally and speaking to Hanyu, but we get her to like acting out her little kid role to everyone else. So let's go on. They're about to do a club event.
リカちゃんは今日もご機嫌だね。
They say.
You seem to be in a good mood today, リカちゃん。お持ち帰り。I'm gonna take you out. はいはい。お持ち帰ったら犯罪だからね。
Hey, hey, you'll be arrested if you do that, you know.
ミオン、店のおじさんが呼んでるぜ。
Mio, the store owner is calling you.
リカ、聞きまして。
Rika, did you hear?
今日の部活、賞金が出るんだそうですのよ。
There's to be a prize for the club activity today. I remember. Mio was gonna be paying 50,000 yen out of her pocket as a prize. I couldn't believe she could just afford that. Therefore, I had to assume that she has some kind of guarantee that she won't lose.
なんと5万円でしたよ。
I had to like see that. And do you know what it is? It's 50,000 yen.
5万円。
50,000 yen. Satoko stared at me. Oh no. She was expecting me to be surprised to hear that the prize was 50,000 yen. It's natural to be surprised after hearing that sum. But I didn't react because I already knew it. Perhaps I gave the impression that I've known it for a long time.
ケイチさん、5万円なんてすごい賞金と思いませんですこと？
Geisha, isn't it amazing that the prize is 50,000 yen?
5万円
50,000 yen?
なんだよそれ
What the heck is that?
K1 王国の5年分の GNP に匹敵するぞ
That's like 5 years worth of the KH GMP. I messed that up. GMP! Gross national product, I guess. Satoko said the same thing to KH. She probably assumed that I wasn't listening to her. So she decided to talk to KH instead.
小さなミスよ。
That was just a small mistake.
大丈夫。
I'm fine.
5万円もあれば、もうずっと使い切れないくらいのお醤油が買えますです。If I get 50,000 yen, I can get a lifetime supply of soy sauce. なんで5万円分もお醤油を買わないといけないんですの Why ever would you buy soy sauce with a price like that? お醤油を買ってきてと言ってもめんどくさがる人がいるからなのですよ。Because a certain someone always gives me a dirty look when I ask her to come get soy sauce from the store. ニパー。ニパー。リカって結構根に持ちますのね。He's so mean, Rika.
5万円分の醤油って一体どのくらいだよ
Doing well so far today. How much soy sauce do you think you can even get for 50,000 yen?
すげえ量になりそうだな
Man, I want to see. KH joined the conversation, which finally brought us back to our normal pace. In order to pursue a greater happiness, I need to sacrifice a smaller one. In a perfect world, Kururerika was supposed to be surprised to hear from her best friend the prize was 50,000 yen. But I already knew that. I knew it from my previous lives, so all I could do was give her a boring reaction. I can't be surprised at the big prize of 50,000 yen. I can't give her the reaction that she expects from me. I'm losing the ability to be surprised by life. And after the continued repetition of small incidents like this, there will be nothing left that I can find interesting. I'll have nothing to be surprised about. I'll never be impressed with anything. Eventually, I'll lose my emotions entirely. That's why I'm always trying to be careful. I make sure I act like the Kururerika who doesn't know anything. Even though I may not be impressed, as a young girl, Kururerika should be impressed with many things. Kururerika is supposed to act excited when she encounters something for the first time. I try to, at least. But the more and more I try, the more I feel like Kururerika is someone very distant. Rika. Rika. ごめん。I'm sorry. こういうことで感情を灰色にすると、また寿命が縮んじゃうわね。I know I'm only wasting my lifespan by feeling depressed like this. 世界をもっと楽しまなきゃ。I should enjoy this life. I don't mean my lifespan literally. I'm not referring to my physical lifespan, my mental one. The more and more I repeat the same days, the more I lose, from wonder to passion. And eventually my life will become like an overplayed videotape. If I'm tired of that tape, I have a choice to close my eyes and sleep. By the time I wake up, the video should be over. And in reality, my life is not a beat-up old videotape. If I close my eyes and sleep, that would be my death. When my mental lifespan is over, Kururerika will turn into a doll who can't even move a finger by her own will. When that happens, my pursuit of happiness will be over. I don't want that to happen. It's been at least 100 years, if not more. I've been stuck in this living hell for so long. I don't want my life to end here. ごめん。もう大丈夫。Sorry. I'm fine
100年程度で愚痴ってたらあんたに笑われちゃうものね。
You must find it funny that I'm complaining about only a century.
僕はもう運命に慣れていますのですから。よし、大丈夫。私はフルで理解。私はフルで理解。
If I don't stay focused on being Frederica, I'm afraid I might end up showing my true self inside that shell. Frederica is supposed to be a cute and innocent little girl, after all.
レナだったら5万円で何を買いますですか？
Well, you could buy if you got 50,000 yen, Lena.
ケンタ君人形とか売ってもらえないのかな？
I wonder if I can buy the Kentucky doll. Colonel Sanders knockoff.
フライドチキン屋さんに5万円持ってったら売ってくれないかな？
You think they'll sell it to me if I give 50,000 yen to the fried chicken store?
その5万円で鎖を切る工具と第8車を買った方が早いと思いますです。
I think it'd be easier for you to buy the tools and wheelbarrow to steal the doll.
レナさんだったら素手で鎖を引きちぎりかねませんわね。
I bet Lena's could break the chain with her bare hands if she wanted to.
違いない違いない。
I agree on that one.
ひどい。
Kind of miss when Cage was the protagonist because, well, arguably the protagonist. Because my voice would be a lot better off. Oh, you're all so mean. Serve for the growler. Thus, we rejoined the typical flow of conversation naturally. Once I entered that flow, it's not hard for me to continue as Furuririga. Being Furuririga is like flying a kite for me. Once it's up in the air, it can stay in the sky for a while. But if something happens and it loses control, it's one heck of a challenge to get it back on track. Every time it tries to get back up in the air, the kite gets dragged on the ground and wears out. I'm exactly like that. Finally, Mion started clapping her hands to get everyone's attention. I already knew the rules. The members will be broken into 5 different groups, and each group plays a game that they choose together. I was secretly hoping that Mion would change the rules for some reason. There's nothing more boring than to already know what was going to happen.
ミオンの部活って割と気まぐれなことが多いもの。
Mion can be very capricious.
ひょっとするとルールは違うこともあるかも。
She really might change the rules.
普段ならそういうこともあると思いますですが、今日はきっと何日も前から計画していたことだと思うのです。
Yeah, but it seems like she's been playing this game for several days already.
強い意志は運命になりやすい。だったわね。
A strong will can be fated too, huh? Normally when we're doing club activities, Mion decides what to play at the last minute. She opens her locker and randomly decides what game to play. For that reason, our club activities are rarely repeated throughout my lives. That's why I'm never bored with them. But just as Hanyu said, today's event was something that Mion had been planning for a while. I was certain she wouldn't suggest anything spontaneously today. In that case, this won't be up to random chance. Mion had only one idea in her mind. Therefore, it was equivalent to destiny. Although, her idea of having this event in the toy store is actually a spontaneous one.
In all the lives I've repeated, there's a very low chance for this event to occur. だから、あまりそういうのは期待しない方がいいのです。You shouldn't expect anything to be different. 期待してるわけじゃないわ。I'm not expecting it. Of course, I was lying just now. I was hoping that Mion would suggest a new rule for this game. If it was the same rules again, I'd be suffering for a few minutes while I listened to her instructions. Nothing is more frustrating than walking the same path over and over again. Please, Mion. Please change my fate. Please.
まずはくじ引きで5つの択に分かれるよ。
First, we're going to be divided into 5 different groups.
そして各択から1人の勝者を出して、
The winner from each table. It was the same rules after all. ごめん。ちょっと期待した。Sorry. I was holding on to a small hope. 変な期待はかえってリカを傷つけますですよ。Small hopes will hurt you, Rika. そうね。You're right. 何度も教えられてるのに、私も学ばないわね。You've told me so many times, but I never learned. Hanya has taught me so many times. She taught me the trick to swimming in the flow of destiny. The flow of destiny is just like a river's. By going with the flow, I could swim the direction I want to some extent. But of course, trying to swim against the flow requires great effort. Allowing myself to drift causes the least amount of strain. Of course, some strong currents are impossible to resist, even with great effort. If I recklessly try to resist without realizing it's impossible, then I'll only wear myself out needlessly, just as if fighting a river's current. So Hanya taught me to read those currents. Which is why I should have easily imagined the rules would be the same the moment I learned Mion had planned today's event in advance. Yet I still wish the rules would be different, a completely wasteful action. In the end, my hopes were betrayed, only leaving my heart worn out. And things like that caused me to separate further from Kurudenika. Eventually, I'll grow tired of everything, lose all interest, and die. 抗えない運命は受け入れる。A fate which can't be fought must be accepted. リカなら運命の流れを読むことができますですよ。I know you can read the flow of destiny, Rika. そうよね。You're right. ただでさえ短い残りの寿命、大事にしないとね。My lifespan's already growing short. I should treasure what I have left. I sighed and pretended as though I was listening to what Mion was explaining.
どうしたんだリカちゃん。
What's wrong, Rika-chan?
退屈なのか？
Are you bored?
Gage surprised me all of a sudden. 退屈って僕がですか？ Are you talking to me? This had never happened before, so I thought he was talking to someone else. But it seemed that Gage really was talking to me.
うん。
Yeah.
なんか今朝は会ってからずっと退屈そうな顔をしてるからさ。
You've looked bored ever since this morning.
ひょっとして早起きしすぎて寝不足なのか？
Are you sleepy from waking up too early?
へへ。
前に同じ部活をやったことがあるので、またなのかと思っただけなのです。I was just thinking that I've already done this before. No one would understand what I mean anyway. But Gage might. And so, I told him how I honestly felt.
え？
Eh?
なんだそうなのか？
Are you serious?
なんだミオンめ。 道理で手慣れてると思ったぜ。
No wonder Mion seems so used to this.
まあ俺は初めての参加だから十分楽しみだけどな。
I'm looking forward to it. It's my first time, though.
I envied him for feeling that way. I sighed, knowing that I never will.
確かにすでに知ってる説明を延々と繰り返されると苦痛な時ってあるよな。
I understand how frustrating it is to hear the same instructions over and over again.
俺も昔塾で学校のだいぶ先まで習っててさ、
I went to cram school once and studied ahead a lot there.
遅れて習う学校が苦痛だったことがあるよ。
I remember how much I hated hearing the same lectures in school.
Gage didn't understand me. But I'm glad that at least he understood how frustrating it was to repeat the same situation. そうなのです。I'm the same. 僕も学校は特に苦痛なのですよ。I'm frustrated at school too.
え？
What?
本当かよ。
Are you really?
いつも楽しそうにしてるじゃないかよ。
You always seem so happy.
Hiruderiga is supposed to be happy at school. That's why I act that way. すでに知っていることを延々と聞き続けなければならないのは拷問以外の何者でもないと思いますのです。Hearing the same things over and over again is like torture. It's easy for me to change what Satoko cooks for dinner. I could simply volunteer to cook instead of her. But I can't change what the teacher teaches at school every day. I have no choice but to be quiet and listen to her lecture.
まあ授業はどうしようもないよな。
There's nothing you can really do.
俺はそこを塾で習ってますから、その次をやってくださいなんて生意気言ったらいろいろと怒られるもんな。
You can't just tell the teacher to move on because you already know what she's teaching you.
でもこいつは違うぜ。
But this is a different story.
遊びじゃないか。
It's a game.
遊びではありますが、決まってるのですよ。It is a game, but it's already predetermined.
わかんねえぜ。
You don't know that.
だって5択に分かれるのはくじ引きだそうじゃないか。
After all, you're being split into 5 tables by drawing lots, right?
しかもそれぞれの択で何のゲームをやるかは任意に決めることになってる。
Plus, each group gets to choose what game their table plays.
今日どんなゲームで戦わされてどんな展開で盛り上がるかなんか全然想像がつかねえぜ。
There's no way to predict what games we'll do battle over, or what exciting turnabouts await us today.
予想はつきますですよ。But I can make a good guess.
そんなことねえよ。
No, you can't.
Kate smiled as he contradicted me. That smile seemed so ignorant to me. くじ引きで5択に分かれますですが、部活メンバーはきれいに5択に分かれますです。
Oh, had a piece of food come up.
And the groups will be decided by drawing lots. Each club member will be in a different group. ケイチはあそこ。Gage, you'll be sitting over there. 僕はそこの卓なのです。My table will be right there. そして僕は魚釣りのゲームをすることになります。I'll be playing a fishing game. ケイチはスゴロクの100億長者ゲームなのです。You'll be playing a game called the Game of Life. I don't know how. Last time we were broken into 5 separate groups. It couldn't have been a coincidence. I'm sure Myung did something to ensure it would end up like that. I'm 100% sure. As for the games we play, I'm not totally sure, but if each member in the group follows the same thinking patterns, you'll probably end up making the same choices. If you roll dice many times, you begin to approach the average. One person's spontaneous act can be random, but multiple people's thoughts can be averaged out for the most part. The more people that are involved, the more difficult it is to alter the path of fate. That's why I'm pretty sure that we'll end up playing the same games. Cage seemed surprised to hear my prediction.
なんだよそれ。
What the heck?
予言か？
Is that like a premonition?
よくそこまで言い切れるじゃねえか。
How can you be so sure?
運命とはそういうものなのです。
That's what fate is all about.
へへ、運命なんて言われるとよ、
Fate, huh?
意地でも抗ってみたくなるのが男ってもんだよな。
That makes me want to smash that fate into pieces.
He smiled at me again. I knew that he was just smiling without reason, but I found a small hope from him. After all, Gage really did shatter fate before. But that was just a miracle that happened in my previous life. I couldn't expect him to do the same thing in this one. Otherwise, I would be worn down by my high expectations again.
はい、くじ引きはこの箱の中から1枚引いて決めよう。
One second. That piece of food floating around in my mouth. Fun stuff, huh?
Alright, we're going to decide our groups by drawing lots from this box.
まず部活メンバーからね。
The club members go first.
My Mion voice is a little wonky today too, I think.
Mion drew first, then Satoko followed.
I must use Cage's voice for the narration.
The results were the same as last time.
初戦で部活メンバーとは当たりたくねえな。
I really don't want to fight against a club member at the very start.
もしリカちゃんと当たったらごめんよ。
I'm sorry if we get the same group with Rika-chan.
当たりませんですよ。Don't worry.
圭一の卓はあそこ。
Your table is over there.
僕の卓はそこなのです。
Mine is right there.
ちぇ、そううまくいってたまるかよ。
Whatever you say.
うりゃ
You watch.
うん
Gage looked upset.
ね。
See?
僕の予言は外れないのです。
My predictions are always right.
Not always, but whatever.
五択の一つってことは 20% だもんな。
It was a 20% chance.
適当に言ったってそれだけの確率で当たるってことさ。
Anyone can make a random guess.
Gage told me that it was just a coincidence.
Hey, Yoshio-kun. I saw you were streaming Silent Hill F. I would have joined the other day, but I'm doing it blind too. So, yeah, I didn't want it spoiled. But how are you doing? Yeah. Oh. Is it still... Oh, it's still reading Silent Hill F on Twitch, huh? Let me fix that. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is Higurashi no Nakakoro ni, the Minagoshi arc. Let's get back to it. I think I read this, but I'll read it again.
Gage told me that it was just a coincidence.
なら、僕のくじも予想通りだったなら、何%の確率になりますですか？
Then what if I predicted my seat right too? What's the percentage for that?
20% の 20% だから4% だな。
It's 20 of 20, so 4%.
さすがにこの確率だったら信じてもいいぜ。
I'll believe you if you get it right with a percent that low. Oh.
Cage grinned at me, believing such chance was impossible.
さあ、最後はリカちゃんだよ。
Now, it's your turn now, Rika-chan. Mio handed me the box of slips. No matter what I did, I'd be getting that table. There was a reason behind it. Mio was doing something to make sure that we all get a different table. I thought about why Mio would do that. With the information I've gathered about Mio over many years, I could see her reasoning.
多分ミオンは部活のメンバーの誰かが1回戦で負けてしまったら気の毒だと思っているのでしょう。She probably thinks that she'll feel bad if a member loses in the first stage. そうね。
You're right.
同じ卓に部活メンバーがぶつかり合ったら、どちらかのメンバーは必ず敗退することになる。
If the club members are in the same group, someone will have to lose. If everyone was in a different group, we'd all have a chance to move on to the second stage. That's why she was controlling the straw. I put my hand inside of the box. I could feel several folded pieces of paper inside it. But if you thought for a moment, it was odd. No matter which one I chose, I'd never get any other table.
どういう仕掛けでリカを最後の卓へ送るようにしているのですか？
I wonder how she's making it so you sit at that last table.
さあ、
Me too.
それはミオンに聞かないとわからないわね。
Only Mio knows.
でも一つ言えるのは、多分この箱の中のどれを引いてもあの卓になると書いてあるはず。
All I know is that no matter which paper I choose, probably,
She said in Japanese.
I'll be sitting at that last table. Ah, I got it.
その箱の中には今、同じくじしか入っていない？
All the papers in this box are the same?
そういうことになるわね。
They must be.
多分、ミオンの持つこの箱は何か細工がしてあるんでしょうね。
I bet Mion set some kind of trap on this box. It was probably a box for a magic show or something. It could be some kind of gimmick inside the box, and she could switch what's inside of it. Depending on who's drawing the paper, she'd change out the lots and control the result. I didn't know exactly how, but I was sure she was doing something. I didn't even need to know how she was doing it. The most important thing was why.
みー、
Me.
どれにしようか迷いますです。
I don't know which one to pick.
さあさあ、どれを選んでも運命は一緒だよ。
No matter which one you pick, your fate is already decided. She was admitting it herself. I was certain then, based on what I thought inside, there were less than 10 pieces of paper inside of this box. In other words, there were hidden pieces of paper that I couldn't touch somewhere inside the box. I smiled at Mio as I figured out her trick. She had no clue why I was smiling.
では、これなのです。
I'm taking this one.
はいよ。どれどれ？
Sure. Let me see.
おお！
Ah! Whoa!
I was not prepared to be able to do that in her voice.
Go!
すごいね。部活メンバーが全員きれいに分かれたよ。
Wow! The club members are all divided into separate groups. Mion behaved as though this was news to her.
I don't like having to scream in her voice. It just doesn't turn out right.
She's such an actress. The other contestants made a dissatisfied noise. They'd have to face a club member no matter which table they got. Gage was surprised too. And not only because we were divided.
ね。
See?
運命は決まっていることなのです。
Our fate is already decided. I smiled at him in return.
Gage was in denial for a moment, but then he smiled back at me.
25分の1の確率で当てるとは、やるじゃねえか。
The possibility was 1 in 25. I'm impressed. It was not. I predicted that Mio and Satoko would be at a different table, so the possibility was even lower than that. Gage understood that. But normal people like him can't understand that meaning of fate. That's why he put it off as a coincidence. Gage, what if my prediction is right about what game you'll be playing? The possibility will be 1 in billions. There are a lot of games in the store. What if that prediction is right too? Will he still believe it's just a coincidence? I stayed quiet in my seat and waited to see what game my group was going to decide on. They were going to choose the fishing game. I can't expect them to choose anything other than that.
期待して裏切られたらまた辛くなるものね。
I can't have high expectations. Otherwise I'll be hurt again. One of the boys stood up. He walked toward the shelf full of games and picked up one box. He lifted the box above his head and turned around so he could show it to us. I closed my eyes as he did so, but I could still hear what he was saying.
見ろよこれこれ
Hey, check this out!
懐かしいよな
You guys remember this?
これにしねえか
We should play this one.
あ
Yeah!
知ってるよそれ魚がくるくる回って口をパクパクさせるのを釣るやつだろ
It's the one with the spinning fish, right? I could taste the bitter chemicals from my brain in my mouth. I clenched my lips and tried to endure the numbing feeling.
ごめん。
I'm sorry.
今日は体調が悪いのかしらね。
I guess I'm not doing well today.
なぜかうまく受け流せないわ。
For some reason, I can't just accept this flow. It wasn't because I wasn't feeling well, of course. It was because of my emotions. Our powers are getting weaker, and we can only rewind about 2 weeks of our lives. I was feeling that the end was near for us. In order for me to change my tragic fate, I need more time to prepare. But I can only go back 2 weeks. That means my power to resist my fate has significantly weakened. Even if I become as weak as a small leaf in the river, I should be able to do something in order to change my path. But if I can only go back to the point where I'm getting ready to be swallowed into the whirlpool, there's no chance for me to escape it. I lived for so long, believing that I could eventually escape my fate and survive. I believed that I had a chance in every moment of every life I lived. But there are limits to those chances. There are so many limits in my repeated lives. And perhaps this might be my last chance. That may be why I'm feeling so restless.
ダメですリカ
Stop it, Rika.
難しく考えれば考えるほど心に良くないのです
The harder you think about it, the worse it'll be on your mind.
わかってるわよ。
I know.
ちょっと黙ってて。
Just be quiet already.
あうあうあうあう
My brain was numb, as if surrounded by a gray mist. I was inside the crowded toy store, but felt very far away from everyone else. The tighter I closed my eyes, and the harder I clenched my teeth, the emptier my head became. No, 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 no.
リカしっかり
Rika! Rika! Are you okay? As I tried to focus, I became conscious again. Hanyu looked at me with concern. I tend to lose my mind easily right after coming back from death. I usually have more time to relax,
and get used to my new life. But I have no time for that now. The Watanageshi Festival is only 2 weeks away. I can't just relax and wait for myself to get used to things. Don't be a wimp, Rika. Don't be a wimp. Fight against fate. But even if I do, that fate always betrays me, and I grieve. What if I did the opposite? What if I didn't fight against fate? A few weeks after the Watanageshi Festival of 1983, I will die, because I am fated to do so. Fight. Don't fight. 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 As I repeat the same words, it started to lose all meaning. I felt like I was chanting something.
Yeah, no crap.
I bit my tongue in my mind and forced myself to stop thinking about it. I was calming down a little bit. When I opened my eyes, I saw the fishing game right in front of me, as well as my pole. Someone placed it there while I had my eyes closed. And it was as if I was seeing the immovable reality of fate right in front of me. It felt like a final verdict to me. What do you think, Kate? This is what fate is all about. Do I want to earn his agreement or his sympathy? I stood up and walked toward Kate's table. His group couldn't decide on a game, so the store owner was deciding for them. Just like the last time. The store owner will pick the game of life.
やっぱり相手の提案するゲームじゃ不利だもんな。
It's kind of unfair to play a game that your opponent chooses.
なんて言って、互いの提案を蹴り合うもんだから、ちっとも決まりゃしねえんだ。
We couldn't decide on anything because we kept refusing each other's suggestions.
リカちゃんの方は決まったのか？
Has your table decided on what to play?
見ればわかりますですよ。
You can see it for yourself. He looked at my table and saw the fishing game there. Kate was surprised to see that my prediction was right again. He also remembered that I predicted his game too.
じゃあ、マスターはリカちゃんの予言した100億長者ゲームを持ってくるっていうのかよ。
So, you're saying that the owner is going to bring out the game of life, just as you predicted?
僕は時々予言もできますのですよ。
I'm pretty good at predicting things.
ニパー。
ニパ
Glad the Nippahs come out clearly. Because you can tell, like, I'm straining and groaning all these voices I'm doing. But yeah, the hows, and then Nippahs are easy for me to do. Partly because the vowel is just that compressed little vowel, so it's easily adaptable to coming right after ah.
本当かよ、おい。
Are you serious?
よしよし。じゃあマスターが本当に100億長者ゲームを持ってきたなら信じてやるぜ。
All right, I'll believe you if he really brings us the game of life. I'm using a touchpad, mousepad, and it's the kind where if you click on the right side at all, pretty much, it counts as a right click. I actually had to switch it because it was like if you click on the left side, it mounted to a right click, and vice versa, which is interesting.
そうです。
I am enjoying this new computer though.
You bet.
After having not many years of that. Thank you, Stick It To You One, for the 5 bits. How are you doing today? Thank you for that. That's nice. But yeah, after not having a computer of my own for a couple years, and of course, thus not being able to stream for a computer for a couple of years and play games on it, this is amazing.
ケイチたちは100億長者ゲームで戦うことになりますです。
Your group is going to play the game of life.
よしよし、そこまで言うなら勝負しようじゃねえか。
Yeah, fine. I'm willing to bet you.
あ、マスターを買収してあるなんてのはなしだぞ。
Don't you cheat and talk him into it.
マスターが売れ残りのゲームを持ってこようと強く思っているなら必然の結果になりますのです。
He wants you to play a game he has a lot of, so he'll be bringing that one out.
Good, business tactics, I suppose.
I remember it was covered by dust when he gave up to them last time. Since we had to buy the game if we lost, he was trying to sell products he had a surplus of. Therefore, he won't be choosing any game at random.
Yeah, thank you for that. Stick it to you one.
He'll be looking for one with bad sales, with a strong will to do so. That will of his is going to make the pool of fate all the stronger. In that sense, there's no guarantee that he'd be choosing the game of life specifically. He might choose something else that's also overstocked. The owner finally reappeared with a box covered in dust.
ね、
See?
言った通りなのですよ。
I told you so. He has the game of life box in his hands. The part of me that hoped it wouldn't be the game of life tasted bitterness at the betrayal. But the cynical part of me that expected it to happen found it amusing in a way. I felt like my personality was twisting more and more.
マスター、どうしてそのゲームを選んだんです？
Why did you pick that game?
ん？
Hmm?
いやいや、本当に気まぐれだよ。
Well, I just picked it at random.
倉庫の在庫から適当に探し出したのさ。
I found it in the pile of inventory I have at the back.
決して売れ残りの一番傷んだやつを持ってきたわけじゃないんだよ。
It's not like I brought up the most beat up one.
When he heard that the owner chose the game randomly, Cage shrugged his shoulders in confusion. That must be his way of surrendering.
なあ、リカちゃん、これってマジの予言なのか？
Hey, Rika-chan. Is this really a prediction?
ニパ
Nippa!
いやさ、村のお年寄りにリカちゃんはお社様の生まれ変わりで神通力があるって力説されたことがあるんだよ。
Well, some old people from the village once told me that you're the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. They told you that you have special powers.
未来の予言とかができてものすごい的中率だとかなんとか。
They said your predictions are always accurate.
それって本当なのか？
Is that really true?
I was surprised that Cage actually believed the superstitious stories he heard from the elderly villagers.
決まっている運命を読むだけなのです。
I just know that which is destined to happen.
もっと言えば前に一度見てきた世界なのですから。
To make it clearer, it's because I've already witnessed this world once before.
チェックソ。
Ah, darn.
ここまで当てられちゃそんなバカなとも言えやしない。
I can't even make fun of you.
Cage seemed like he was just fooling around. He probably only thinks I'm goofing around and acting haughty because my random predictions all came true. I had hope for him. I thought the owner might bring a different game because Cage once had the power to change fate. But that didn't happen. I'm not surprised. But I felt betrayed again. It hurts.
賭けは僕の勝ちなのですよ。
I won the bet. I speak to Cage sarcastically. I wanted him to understand that no one can change the path of fate. However, Cage did nothing but smile.
調子に乗るなよ、リカちゃん。
Don't get carried away, Rika-chan.
運命を読めるなんていい加減なことを言っちゃいけないぜ。
Don't just say that you can read the future.
男にとって宿命と運命という言葉はもっともっと尊くて熱い意味がこもってるんだ。
For a guy, words like destiny and fate mean a lot more than you think.
そんなやすやすと読めるようなもんじゃね
They're not things you can figure out that easily.
Me?
Wait. I had no idea what he was trying to say, but he made me nervous. It wasn't a scary feeling. No. It was closer to hope.
さっきリカちゃんはマスターが100億長者ゲームを持ってくることを運命だと言った。
You said it was fate that the owner would choose the game of life.
偶然であったとしても的中したのだからリカちゃんが正しいと言わざるを得ないさ。
I have to admit that your prediction was correct.
でもな、こうも言ったよな。
But you also said something else.
何ですか？
What did I say?
俺が100億長者ゲームで戦うことも運命だってな。
You said I was fated to play it.
Yes. It was indeed his fate. Fate can change sometimes, with uncertainty and time. But the possibility that it would change in this situation was very slight. I doubted that anything would turn out differently.
なら、その運命とやらを俺がぶち壊してやろうじゃないか。
In that case, I'll change that fate.
Keiichi stood up in a hurry. Then he started talking to Tomita and Okamura, his group members.
すまん、俺100億長者ゲームは持ってるんだよ。
Sorry, but I own that game at home.
だからルールの裏の裏まで知り尽くしてる。
I know every little rule about it.
What? What?
そうなんですか？
I forget how to do his voice.
Is that true?
And Okamura's as well.
ああ、
Yep.
だからこのセレクトはフェアじゃないよな。
So that won't be a fair game for us to play.
マスター、申し訳ないんですけど、100億長者ゲームの隣に置いてあった他のゲームに変えてもらえませんか？
Sir, I'm sorry, but can you give us a different game?
そうかい？
Sure.
わかったよ。じゃあ他のを持ってこよ
I'll bring you guys a different one.
The owner picked up the game of life again and took it back into storage. As I remained there in shock, he returned with a game called Pop-Up Pirate.
これならどうかな？
How about this one?
ああ、
Oh!
あの樽にナイフを刺すゲームですよね。
That's the one where we stab a knife inside the barrel.
どうだよ二人とも。
What do you think, guys?
これならフェアだろ？
This is a fair game, isn't it?
そうですね。ルールもわかりやすいし、
Yeah, the rules are simple enough.
それにしましょ
Let's play that one.
じゃあ決まり。
We got a deal now.
俺たちの卓はこれで勝負だ。
We're going to play Pop-Up Pirate.
Kate winked at me as I stood there with my mouth open. It looked like he had just forcefully changed my prediction. But for me, it's not that simple. It was supposed to be fate. That's why the owner brought the game of life to their table. They were supposed to play that game. That's what happened the last time. That's what was supposed to happen. But he just changed that fate in front of my eyes like it was nothing. It's as if someone asked me to stand an egg on its end. And as I struggled to do so, Cage forcefully cracked the egg and made it stand up in front of me. I should have had a far greater pound than Cage. But why was I feeling so weak? Was it because I wasn't trying to fight against fate so I wouldn't get hurt? Because I was going with the flow without trying too hard? What was I thinking?
リカちゃんさ、さっきすっげえつまらなさそうな顔してたよな。
You looked so bored just a few minutes ago.
それってあれだろ？
I know why.
魚釣りゲームじゃ嫌だなって不安が的中しちゃってふてくされてたんだろ？
You didn't want to play the fishing game, did you?
そうね。
Yeah,
今さら隠さない。
I'm not going to hide it anymore.
じゃあ簡単じゃないか。
Now that's easy.
So I'm a witch who's been living for more than 100 years? So I thought I was better than everyone?
Just because I could see the paths of fate? That's stupid. I really am so stupid. Gage tapped me on the back. He was urging me to return to my table. Sensation of his touch filled up my heart with emotion. I wasn't going to stand idly by anymore. I thought I couldn't cheat fate. I thought 2 weeks wasn't enough. But Gage just defied his fate in a matter of 5 minutes.
僕は魚釣りゲームはお魚さんがかわいそうだと思いますので、他のゲームにしたいのですよ。
I feel bad for the fishies when I play the fishing game. I want to play something else.
The other people at my table looked at me with confused expressions. Their reactions were scaring me. Right at that moment, I could really feel that I was facing the impenetrable wall of fate. Even so, I have nothing to be scared of.
そっか。
Sure.
じゃあリカちゃんは何がいい？
What game do you want to play?
リカちゃんの提案する他のゲームでいいよ。
We'll play whatever you want. They accepted my suggestion. I gave up on the fishing game so easily. That's right. I used to be much more aggressive before. But I became so tired and bitter and mean. I gave in to fate. But I'm not going to yield anymore. Cage taught me that. He didn't have any memories from his previous life. The Cage was still Cage. He'd never give it to fate.
久しぶりに運命と戦おうという気力が充実するのを感じるわ。
Old scenario of me digging my fingernail into the area beyond, kind of like below my Adam's apple, and then eventually sweat gets in there and starts irritating that little dent in my skin. For the first time in a long while, I feel motivated to fight.
やる気があればものの5分でだって運命は変えられる。
If I want to, I can change destiny in 5 minutes.
それが2週間もあるんだもの。
And I have 2 whole weeks to work with.
今回はこれまでとは違う。
I'm different now.
もっともっと運命と戦ってみせる。
I'm going to fight against fate.
頑張りましょうなのです。Let's do our best.
In contrast to my motivation, Hanyu is wearing a sad expression. Her friends. Yeah, I forgot that the toy store was called Da Vinci. I see.
おじさんの店の手伝いってんじゃ仕方ねえな。
We can't hold you here if you have to go help your uncle.
ささやかなお店だけどね。
Yeah, it's a pretty small store after all.
でもさ、
But you know,
特売やれば主婦が殺到するの常識で読めないのかね。
couldn't he have guessed that if he did a bargain sale, his place would be packed?
店員足りないのに卵1パックを一人様1点限り10円なんてやるな
I can't believe he's selling a carton of eggs for only 10 yen. As we were getting ready to move on to the next stage, Myung got a call from work. This was fated to happen too. If I was still feeling depressed, I would have been disgusted with the situation. But after learning what it felt like to change fate, I was in a good mood. Keiichi and Myung seemed like they kept regretting that they were unable to settle the match. They really are such good friends.
本当にあの二人は仲がいいね。
They're so close.
仲良しさんすぎてレナは焼いちゃうよ。は
I kind of feel jealous. Oh well, word order.
うちのクラスには圭一さんと近い年の男子がいませんものね。
We really do not have any other boys his age in our class, do we?
圭一さんにはちょうどいい男友達の感覚なんじゃありませんの？
Oh, thank you, Stick It To You One, for redeeming Hydrate. That reminds me, I need to do something with the channel points. I actually developed a design for channel points. Was it yesterday? No, I think the day before. So I need to implement them. I think they're going to be called R points. I thought of the name right before I realized that it could reference the K horror film R Point, which I saw semi-recently. It's not a bad film. A little cheapened by the 2000s ghostly effects kind of stuff that they kept cramming into horror around that time. But yeah, not a bad movie, so might as well take the reference.
I suppose Bjorn sounds something like a male friend to Cage, some.
それでもみーちゃんは女の子なんだよ。
but Mita is a girl.
男の子にはなれないよ。
She can't be another guy for him.
それは分かってますけど、
Of course I know that.
こうしていると仲のいい男子同士にしか見えませんわね。
But when they are together, it'll look like two boys hanging out. Rena and Satoko enjoyed the lingering excitement of the day as they watched Mule and Cage happily goof off. The next moment, the owner came out from the store.
みんな、今日は本当にありがと
Thank you for today, everyone.
う。おかげでイベントは大盛り上がりだったよ。
You brought me a lot of customers.
He was holding 4 paper bags in his hands. I remember. He gave us gifts as a reward for today. I think there were dolls inside.
大したものじゃないけど、
Here we
これ
go.
今日のおだちんに。
Revisiting something back from minagoroshi-hen, the second arc. Here are your rewards for today.
あ、吉郎おじさん
Hey, Uncle Yasuo!
私にはないのおだちん
Don't I get one? He was giving them only to us.
Got confused with the narration voice again. Look, which one I should do? I don't think I did quite Keiichi's, or was going to. I don't think that was gonna quite come out, but it's gonna be a more male voice, definitely.
Mion didn't get anything because she's a family member. That's what happened last time, too.
あらあらあら。
Oh, look, look!
可愛いのが出てきましたわよ。
Something cute is inside. Santoku let out a cheer of joy as she saw a cute doll inside of her bag. Rena had reacted the same way.
わあ、これかわいい。
This is so cute.
お持ち帰りしていいの？
I could take it home with me.
本当に？
Really?
ってことは俺のもかな。
Did I get one too?
お、
Well,
なんだかやたら可愛いのが出てきたぞ。
look at this cute doll.
Cage got a gorgeous, expensive-looking doll. It was by far the best one. It was adorable even in my eyes. Satoko, Rena, and Mion were feeling the same way.
ケイちゃんには一番似合わないのが出てきちゃったね
Kei-chan got the one that fits him the least. Mion started making fun of him right away. She was only saying that because she was jealous that Cage got a doll that she really wanted.
なんつうのか、プリティっていうか、キュートっていうか、
This is pretty and cute.
可愛いのは認めるんだが、着せ替え人形はちょっとな。
I can admit that, but it's not really my type of toy.
ケイちゃんが持ってたら確実に明日から変態扱いだね
Yeah, people will think you're a pervert if you carry that thing around. Mion just can't be honest with herself. It was obvious that she was just trying to make him give up the doll so she could have it for herself.
She should just admit that and ask KH for it. But that's the cute side of Mule. I bet KH could never understand that. KH can't keep the doll after receiving that much bullying from Mule. He was thinking about who he should give it to. He probably didn't want to give it to Mule. Time froze for a moment. I knew you'd whisper something in my ear.
リカ、
Rika,
覚えていますですか？
you remember?
ええ。
Yes. Oh, I have a choice. Yeah, let's choose revise him. I remembered. I remembered that KH's insensitive decision eventually caused a fatal ending. That was fate. KH was internally thinking that he should get the doll to Mule. She was the only one who didn't get anything, so it'd be natural for him to give it to her. But the hesitation he was feeling was because Mule was such a close friend to him. He'd been treating Mule as if she was a male friend. But it would be weird to give a doll to another boy. He was afraid that if he gave the doll to Mule, he would start looking at her as a girl from that point onward. He wanted to continue his friendship with Mule without thinking about the difference in gender. He didn't want to ruin the relationship they had at that moment. That's why he couldn't give the doll to Mule. Even though she was the only one without a doll, he felt so hesitant. Of course, that was only how he felt. Mule didn't agree. In actuality, she wished he would treat her more like a girl. I walked closer to KH so I could talk to him. If Mule heard me telling KH to give her the doll, she would resist taking it. I had to make sure that no one but KH could hear me. I also had to make this very quick. I poked KH in the back.
Huh?
KH, the person who really wants that doll is the one who's bullying you the most about it. I was going to say that. KH opened his mouth first, even before I could say anything to him.
ああ、わかってるって。
Ah, I know. I hadn't said anything to him yet. KH told me that he knew. I felt confused, not knowing what he just meant. He turned around to face Mule, smiling mischievously.
ミオ、俺が持ってたら変態扱いなら、こりゃ誰が持ってりゃ変態扱いにならないんだ？
Mule, if you think I would look like a pervert with this doll, who do you think deserves to have it? ん？
そんなことは知らないよ。
I don't know.
まあお人形なんて男の子の持つものじゃないよねって言っただけだしさ。
All I'm saying is that dolls aren't for boys.
ほう。じゃあお前が持てば万事解決じゃないか。
I see. Then I guess you can have it.
ほれ。
Here. KH tossed the doll to Mule as if passing her basketball. As if forcing her to carry his bag or something. Mule's face quickly turned red. Feeling shy, KH turned away from her. That was surprising. He got my message just by getting a tap on his back. Is KH always that smart? Thought I heard something. This one tap was all it took. I don't think he would have done the same in a previous life. This was just a small incident. This world is definitely different from the previous one. Or could it be? Perhaps he would have given that doll to Mule even if I didn't poke him in the back.
以前の世界の記憶を受け継いでいる。
Does he have memories from previous worlds, after all?
まさか。
No way! He can't!
そんなことあるわけがないのです。
That can't be happening!
I know for a fact that he doesn't have those memories. There might be something imperceptible somewhere inside his heart. he might remember some of the regrets he felt in the previous worlds. That's why he strongly felt he should be giving the doll to Mion this time. After repeating so many lives, I'm the only one he can even notice the slight growth of his. But I see it. It's clearly visible to me. Mion, having turned red, insisted that the cute doll would be a much better fit for Rena. Her attitude made it clear that she really wanted the doll, but couldn't be honest about it.
だからさ、おじさん、
This old man just thinks that
こういう可愛いお人形はさ、
cute dolls like this aren't.
ちゃんとした可愛い女の子に渡した方が似合うと思うんだよね。
Stop speaking in such a high-pitched mule. We're the girly girls, you know?
私みたいな男女に渡してもほら、人形の方がかわいそうっていうか、
This doll doesn't deserve to be owned by a tomboy like me.
欲しいくせに
I know that you want it.
顔に書いてあるじゃねえかよ。
Much easier voice to do. It's written all over your face.
違う
No!
書いてなんかないよ
It's not written on my face.
嘘つき意地悪
You're lying. Stop being mean. Mion shook her head with... sorry. Mion shook her head with an embarrassed look, pretending she wasn't interested in the doll. Everyone here knew that she wanted it. We all looked at Mion with big smiles on our faces.
おいおい、別に女の子じゃないと人形は渡せないとか、そういう考え方じゃねえぞ。
Nay, it's not like I can only give this doll to a girl.
こいつは俺と今日の部活で熱い睨み合いをしてくれた親友への贈り物なんだぜ。
Just think of it as my gift to you. As a friend.
そうなの
Is that so?
ケイちゃんは男の子の友達にも人形を渡すわけ
So you would give a doll to a boy too?
まあ確かに選べる範囲があるならわざわざ人形は選ばねえな。
Well, I would choose something else if I had a choice. I was gonna say if he said yes to that just to like, you know, put up a front, that would probably make Mion a little sad too. But yeah.
でもよ、男の世界じゃ相手に悪意がない限り贈り物は拒まねえぜ。
But anyway, guys would never reject a gift unless there's something shady going on.
相手の気持ちなんだからよ。変に断られるとかえって男気がないよな。
It's just me being generous. Why would you refuse it?
ふーん
Oh.
じゃあ女の子でなくても人形を受け取ってもいいんだ
So I can accept this doll, even though I'm not a girly girl? Everyone thought Mion's reaction was hilarious. Then I couldn't stop chuckling. Satogo and I burst out laughing too. Mion, having realized she was being laughed at, got even more embarrassed.
男が仲間に送ったもんだぜ。
I'm offering this to you as a friend.
大事にしなかったら承知しないぞ。
I don't want to hear that you're not cherishing it.
うん
Okay.
おじさんがこの人形が欲しいからもらうんじゃないよ
This old man just wants to make it clear that he's not accepting this because he wants this doll.
ケイちゃんが仲間に送るって言ったからケイちゃんの顔を立てるために受け取るんだからね
He's taking it because you said it's a gift from you as a friend. He's taking it as a courtesy so he doesn't disrespect your generosity. Hanyu was cracking up too. She was laughing in a loud voice. Oh no. Knowing that no one could hear her anyway. But was this really a good way to resolve the problem? I thought that Mion's issue in the previous life was that she wanted Cage to treat her like a girl. She got the doll, but Cage still wasn't treating her that way. Still, Mion looked very happy. Maybe it wasn't a big deal after all. I'm sure that Mion will take that doll with her to bed tonight. She'll kiss it goodnight too. I could bet on that. It was written all over her face.
ようやく受け取ってくれたぜ。
She's finally accepted it.
人形1個渡すのに手間のかかるやつだぜ。
It was a challenge just for me to give her a doll. Kate turns around to face us, smiling bitterly.
ケイチくん100点満点かな
You did it though, didn't you? Didn't you?
僕もそう思いますです。
Yep, it's perfect.
あの意地っ張りのミオンによくお人形を渡せましたです。
I'm impressed that you managed it.
ミオンさんも笑っちゃいますわね。
Mion-san was hilarious.
欲しいってあんなに顔に書いてあるのに痩せ我慢なんかしちゃって。
It's obvious the moment you looked that she really wanted the doll.
違いねえな。
Isn't that the truth?
こら
Hey, you guys!
おじさんの陰口を言ってるでしょ
Are you saying rude things about this old man?
こ
Knock it off already!
みーちゃん、バイト急がなくていいの？
Don't you have to get to work, Mi-chan?
遅刻しちゃうよ。
You're going to be late.
らもう覚えてなよ
Oh, you guys better watch yourselves. Mion seemed like she wanted to stay longer, but after looking at her watch, she started heading to work. Everyone was wearing smiles on their faces. Today was such a fun day. Everyone had lots of fun, and no one was hurt. I repeated the same day so many times before, but this time, something was different. It's like I rolled a die and got a 6. And then I rolled it again and got a 6 again. I don't know if this is just a lucky coincidence or if it was meant to be. It's as if the god of fate is celebrating my motivation to fight against him.
Very Japanese concept. New tips unlocked. Good times with Oyashiro-sama. Achievement. The game of life. One road leads to another. Okay, so let's view the new tip.
I was watching TV with Satoko and Hanyu after eating dinner.
It's a good start to this. You know who you're doing the voice of with the first sentence, because sometimes you just have to do a neutral voice, not knowing who the tip is from, although sometimes you never find out within that tip.
It was a variety show, and the performers were making the audience laugh. We were laughing too.
ざまあないでございますわね。
Look at you now.
はうはう。でも、とっても痛そうなのです。
Sorry, I kind of forgot. It's a variety show and the performers making the audience laugh.
Oh no, but it looks so painful.
みぱー。
Me, Nipa! While the three of us were enjoying ourselves, in reality there was only Satoko and me in the room. I'm the only one who can see Hanyu. Satoko can't see her at all. Hanyu responds every time Satoko says anything. Satoko can't hear her, but Hanyu still responds to her when she's in a good mood. It's like she's answering a question asked on TV. You could even compare it to playing house. She started playing this game with other people because she can't communicate with anyone else but me. Hanyu always attends our club meetings and has a good time there too. If she could communicate with my other friends, she would have been a good match for us. But I don't want to hurt her feelings by thinking about that. If the story of the miracle written in the old scriptures is true, if it's really Hanyu who performed it,
She's someone who had tremendous power long ago. But now she doesn't have any spiritual power, and I'm the only one who can even see her. Hanyu has never told me how she lost her power. I just have to assume that her spiritual power diminished over time. There's a legend in the Furude family that says that Oyashiro-sama will be reborn if a girl is born to the family's 7 generations in a row. With my birth, Hanyu was finally able to communicate with a human for the first time in centuries. Does that mean that Oyashiro-sama has returned? The villager's image of Oyashiro-sama doesn't quite match up with that of Hanyu. Especially when I see her lying on her belly and watching TV with Satoko. I hear people were just in my apartment. I don't know what that's about. I assume people have got it covered. Someone just shut the door, so I don't know if they're still here. Yeah. I think I read this. Especially when I see her lying on her belly and watching TV with Satoko. I don't know if I want to press on with this. Let's see. Been streaming for almost an hour and a half. Maybe now I can switch over to Silent Hill F. I was gonna keep that as advertised, but well, I can just update people on social media now about that. Switching to Silent Hill F. Of course, I like to let's see if I still have it in my clip tray. No. I like to do all the small capitals for Silent Hill, and then the fancy F. Oh yeah, I didn't hit copy. All right. Oh, I never updated Discord. That's something I have to do as well. And Facebook, then I have to remember I'm on X now. I just posted to Blue Sky before that. Um, I put that, didn't I? Yeah, I'm not gonna waste time finding like GIFs and stuff like that. Oh yeah, let's save. Um, uh, um, Still gonna remember Facebook after I hit up all these Discord channels. Sorry, this is not premium content right now. I'm about to switch over to Silent Hill F for anyone who's still just tuning in. I just put switching to Silent Hill F for all of them. There's no context there, but whatever. They'll click it if they click it. Facebook. It's the last one. Yeah. Um, all right. So let's close this. Yes. So let's switch over to the Silent Hill stuff. um and get that going. Um Steam, Silent Hill F. All right. Then I need to drink some more water. Applies to Burt's Bees. I'm glad to not be voice acting right now. Gotta change the Twitch stuff back. Um, uh, Sorry if that was loud. You hear what I hear. Which makes it really nice when I go to use the Elgato video capture that I got recently. I'll start PS4 streams with Silent Hill 4, which means that I'll be waiting until Silent Hill F is done before I engage with that. So yeah, I'm not in that game screen right now. Silent Hill F. All right. Let's begin. Well, begin this stream's venture into Silent Hill F. Oh yeah. I need to actually do this. Maybe I should just plug it into the computer. I can pull my Elgato out. All right. There we go. Straighten out my computer. What is going on? I can't exit out of the Steam view. Crap. I wasn't pressing the right keys. I was pressing spacebar and tab rather than shift and tab. That's my fault. That is my fault. I am sorry. I apologize for that. Now we got the ripped arm. It'll probably be the same no matter what outfit. Let's change outfits just to see. Here's the original. I did get the digital deluxe version. And just for the sake of it, because it's so easy to do. This version, maybe I'll stick with this version for right now. So last time we were here, we caught up with our friends Shu and Rinko. And Shu's like, treats her like one of the boys, which she doesn't mind at all. But Rinko is trying to get in close to Shu and sees Hanako here as, or sorry, Hinako here as the hypotenuse in this triangle. So, yeah, she kicked her down the stairs and pretended that she fell, and Hinako said nothing because she had just come back from the Dark Shrine again. Dark Shrine's this game's version of the other world. Sorry, I have to sniffle. 1 second. Yeah. All right. Oh, I guess I have to stretch. Thank you for redeeming that ticket. I should be careful how I stretch. I'm 31 now. Yeah. Pretty soon I'm gonna be doing dad poses. That's just the law. All right. So what weapons have we got here? Got a partly broken baseball bat. Oh, that one doesn't look to be in that good of a condition, but oh well. Let's see what we have item-wise. We have a toolkit to repair our stuff. Hold on, how low are we with this? Oh, that's low. Yeah, let's use that. Alright. It only repairs it most of the way, okay. I did not know that. Alright. And we have a bandage. And we have Ramune. What does Ramune do exactly? I don't have to use the shrine for that. I can just go in here. Greatly restores current max sanity. Can also be used as an offering, although it's not worth much as an offering, so we might as well use it for ourselves, but it's just max sanity? Okay. Hmm. I guess it's not equipped. Um, oh, is that divine water that's actually equipped there? Alright. Oh yeah, triangle does that. Might as well check the map while we're here. Alright. So it looks like we need to head left. What got knocked over? I missed it because I was running all over the place. Oh, that. That got knocked over. Apparently. Catch up with Shu and Rinko. I'm taking my time. They can just wait. Um... kind of damaged it, I think. How loud is this? Oh, and now I can't check because it got quieter. Oh, it's stuttering. Is it stuttering that bad when I'm not trying to look at it through OBS? I have to look. Yeah. Can I close anything? Um, Here, I guess I can close settings. Close the character map. Sorry, I hit the mic there. Did I ever? Yeah, I unmuted. Speaking of, I need. Oh, allergies. Allergy. And it's already beat up again. I need to use this bandage, I guess. No, I have for health is yeah. Thank you, for the belated birthday wishes. Yeah, it was the 4th. It was a good birthday. 1 second. I need to go get a tissue. 1 second. I'm back. All right. Whoa. Guess it registered as a click or whatever. Word ramune. That reminds me, I still have to break out that strawberry ramen. Maybe I will at the beginning of next stream. Although I gotta like clean up the inevitable spill because it just overflows. Oh, now I have a medicine alarm going off. I apologize. I will be right back. Yeah. I'm back. Yeah. The building architecture. Mm. Yeah, I guess I checked over here. Um, oh, chocolate. And that does slightly restores max sanity, and sanity will not be consumed when using focus for a set time. I still don't use focus very much. Can be used as an offering. Um, all right. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's use this broken bat for a little bit. Wait, I should have checked if that other path was viable. Turn around. Get down, turn around, go to town, boot, scoot, and buggy. Oh! Ooh, arade. That's the health item that is really worth using in combination with more arade. You want to pop them one after the other. Keep wanting to press triangle. It's because I've been playing Warriors Inochi. And triangle is back in that game. The what is it? The x-axis is also inverted in that game. You can't turn that off. Yes. All right. We still have the bat in our hands. Oh, we didn't. Oh, we can't go down there, can we? That's. We were trying to find another way around, so we didn't have to go that way.
今何かが飛んでったぞ。
No, she can bury me. Her whining. Try to walk where the balloons aren't. Glad I checked here. For all I knew it could have punished me for crossing over this a little bit, but guess not.
二人はどこに
Can't progress there. Literally wouldn't let me. Oh, red capsules. Got our benzos. Yes, I can zoom. I have to do right stick up. I can't use X like in the classic Silent Hill games. But I could actually control the zoom level. Oh. I probably tried, but maybe this little thing I can get over in the center. Oh. Oh. Oh, we got a auto save icon. Come on, I was using the wrong button. Journal updated. Fogtown. A particularly suspicious monster that walks around on all fours. The greedily staring eyes. The greasy palms. The disgusting way it acts all chummy with me. All of it is completely repulsive. What's more, it never even bothers with guys. Typical. I don't understand. How does she know that? And yet, a monster in the form of a Miko, or shrine maiden. It sounds just like Sakuko. It swings around a spiked mace and chain. With each swing, the crisp chime of a bell rings out. Is this actually Sakuko? Or is this just a monster pretending to be her? The world may never know.
もうじき壊れるな
Yeah. So where have we been? Where have you been? Sorry, I try not to meme Harry Potter anymore since J.K. Rowling's just become awful. Just become awful. Everyone knows what that means. Yeah, that one escaped me. coming out of nowhere. That triangle jerking to the objective always, like, throws me off. But hey, we got here. Nothing through there. I like Yamaoka's music here. It's Japanese and Silent Hill like. And then you got a Hans Zimmer blast there. Water phone. Nice. All nice. We circled back around. Yeah, because let's bring us out that way. Is that a different place we couldn't progress, or? No, we've been here before. What the heck then? I have ADHD and no one can stop me. Oh. Okay. I'm going through the house. I'm going. No. Yes, more arare. More bandage. Step back, girls. This calls for a real Showa man. The hot-blooded baseball samurai steps up to the plate. Hot-blooded baseball samurai, huh? Or Domine. I don't really use that much. Is that Fox Mask? Oh, we can go in here. Let's use some benzos. What? We got benzos. I'm pretty sure of it. I remember picking up red capsules and we didn't die yet today. So, okay. Kitchen knife. A light knife for slicing meat and fish that's easy to use. It's frail, so I'll need to handle it with care. Baseball bat, I guess. Nothing. Nothing. Not a single thing. Alright, I don't use this much either. Maybe as an offering. I figured it would spurt liquid. Did it lock me in? No. That would have been cool. Splatter remained on the windows. Couldn't dodge that one. That's cool, it actually steps back. Oh. How's my health looking? Yeah, let's use a bandage. Not just yet, I'm looking. There are more stairs. Oh. Okay, I'm done here. Journal updated. A face. 2 faces. 3 faces. 4. A monster with a thronging mass of faces. I'm not familiar with any of the faces, yet they seem to know me. It spouts repulsive things, one after the other, violating the peace and quiet of wherever it goes. How do we know that? I can hop back in? That's cool. Which way do I want to go? That's just to get in there. Let's check on the other side first. There's a shrine here. Um. Um. Yeah. Let's just offer them. Um. Hmm. Let's say stamina. I feel like I'm taking a gamble by not getting more sanity, but I just haven't needed more sanity lately. Hopefully it's not going to soft block me. Um, this is probably the way I'm supposed to go. Oh, I think I see Shu there. Let's backtrack and check the other way. Can't go up those steps. Can we go this way? Oh, I had no weapon equipped. That's what. What? Nice. It was spurted through the building? Are you kidding me? That's not fair. Oh, come on. Alright. At the same level. I have to remember that I have the knife equipped then. Yes! Emma, a wooden plaque. Place it back in the Hokora after grading your wishes. Used in Hokora to upgrade Hinako's ability. Hinako. I have to remind myself who I think the pitch accent is. So let's go the way they want me to go. It wasn't this way, was it? Stop confusing me with your prompts. Where does the path branch? Oh, it's back there. I guess this is where I just was. All right. Oh, you can go this way. Anything else you're gonna try in here? It's worth it anyway. Let's hold on to that. Oh yeah, let's save. I don't think we did that. One second. Eyelashes sticking together. And it's kind of precarious to fix when your mic is right here. I didn't think I was gonna get to play Silent Hill F today, so yay. I'm happy. There they are.
シュウ君、嘘ついてるよね。
知らねえよ。
騙せてると思う？ひなこを。
ひなこ、遅かったな。心配したぜ。
心配してなかったよ。相棒なら絶対に大丈夫って言ってた。そうか。ありがとう。
I would have been like, tell me about what? Or fool me about what? But, Pinocchio is, our generic protagonist. I don't want to bash her too much as far as generic protagonist goes, but especially generic Japanese schoolgirl protagonist. This is where we just came from. Shortcut scene isn't, that bad. Sorry, I was just wondering what the point of all that was. Thought there was gonna be a point. It's kind of well hidden. And like being a murky, not a depth, it's a shallowness, I guess. Let's try to get used to fighting with this knife. Was I here before? Really? You couldn't go that way? I didn't see any problem with going that way. Okay. That's the way we're supposed to go. Alright. Toolkit! Yeah. Almost full way, okay. Is that back here? Yeah. This is where I asked, was I here before? It looks like another area, I'm pretty sure. I don't blame her for not wanting to step in that. Alright. Okay, just drop down. She's supposed to be one of the boys. Why can't you? I backtracked too far. Let's go where they want me to go. Dried carcass. I could run back to the shrine. Give that. Why don't I do that now? That's a bit of backtracking. I don't particularly need to do it now, do I? But I feel like doing it now for some reason. So yeah, let's just run back. Let's find something to talk about. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Running up that road, running up that hill, running up that building. If I only could. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Here. I could have changed costumes again, but whatever, we're rocking this look for now. We be rocking them beats. We get a toolkit from here. It's one of those things. I think it's caught on the corner. Took a bit. Same strategy. Though we kind of lucked out. Can we get a gun or something? Of course, they don't have those in Japan. Except in the mountains. Oh, she got caught on the environment. Oh, come on. All right. This isn't showing signs of bending despite it being that low. Anything around here? No? Oh, there's another shrine up here. I could have just enshrined myself up here. Really, anytime I run into the next shrine, I could enshrine like stuff like the dread carcass I did. Costume change? Yeah, let's go back to the rabbit costume. Yeah. And there where we could get more sanity. I feel not great about doing this, but let's do it. All right. Sorry, I bumped the mic there. Save. Goodbye, Kudzuti. Though I never used you at all yet, so and so. Okay. Chocolate. Oh. I could have enshrined that. Maybe I'll try to use it instead. I could always, if I don't use it first, enshrine it later. Boo, 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 boo. Now I'm gonna have Candle in the Wind in my head. Another radio. Nice, nice. That's from the Obon Festival. Isn't it a bit early for those? Evil Warning Lantern. A type of revolving lantern that has a long history in Ebisugaoka. The picture silhouette rotates inside the lantern due to the air current the candle makes. Huh. Now, normally, revolving lanterns are for entertainment, but the ones in Ebisugaoka were specifically used to ward off evil. In Ebisugaoka, there is a custom where women in unlucky ages hang it on their front door during Obon. Alright. Morihigashi. Love all the details and the environment here.
やめてくれ。そんな話今はしたくない。
やめないよ。シュウ君がしっかりと現実を見るまでやめない。
だからやめてくれ。俺は。
なら言ってあげる。ひな子はね、死んだんだよ。ひな子は向こうの世界で楽しくやっているんだから。
相棒、遅かったな。さあ、行こうぜ。
Uh-oh. I honestly forgot about that plotline that they teased, that she might be dead this whole time. Of course, it could be, just that, like that moment in Outlast toward the end. It's like, how do you know you're not the patient? Not to brag, but we've taken down the enemy's mothership, the giant UFO, on many occasions. However, each time that happened, the Galactic Imperium would deploy more and more troops from their home planet. As we grew older, we were able to have a better understanding of heroes by watching television, and I think we came up with some elaborate backstories for the enemy leaders. By this time, it was a world that only Shu and I knew. Talking about their old game Space Wars.
鍵がかかってる。昔はなかったのに。
鍵は学校にあるはずだ。
ちょっと休憩しようよ。
Alright. Achievement. On the way to school. The little sparrow escapes with its friends, something nervously. Wimp. No.
相棒も疲れただろう。休んでてくれ。俺は鍵を探してくる。
分かった。
え、シュウ君が一緒じゃないと嫌だよ。心細いよ。お願い、一緒にいて。ね。
別に俺が一緒じゃなくても。
相棒も少し休め。鍵は私が探す。
そうだよ。シュウ君はずっと戦闘で頑張ってたんだから。後からついてくるだけだったひな子の方が余裕あるって。
おい、そんな言い方をするなよ。
私は気にしない。二人とも休んでてくれ。
ってくる。
So here we are in the school where they first showed that mannequin monster. Rinko is earnest and works really hard, but she also tends to get a little too caught up in her own ways of seeing things. Once she's come to a conclusion in her head, we've read that part on the right. Rinko is always asking whether she and I are an item. I tell her every time that we're not, but she never seems to buy it. I heard a rumor that Rinko was gossiping about me behind my back. I suppose love can tear apart even the closest of friends. I don't know what to do. He's just jealous. There's no justifying that.
卒業以来だな。
It's opening up more places. I'm not ready for that yet. Can't open it. Okay. Glad I came back and checked here first. Alright. Boo 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 boo. Do 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 do. To all faculty on patrol duty, to prevent students from going to the second floor, please ensure the corridor is locked at the end of the day. On patrol this week, Vice Principal Matsuo.
キーボックスが開かない。鍵がいる。
Oh!
使えるものはないか。
Teacher Journal. The vice principal is so paranoid about his keys that he always takes them with him whenever he leaves. So it's kind of ironic that he lost the keys to the stairwell. He's looking for them frantically like a madman. He had the nerve to ask me to help him find them, but I'm the one who needs help with this pile of paperwork I have. Stairwell. The vice principal is so paranoid about his keys that he always takes them with him whenever he leaves. Oh, never mind. That's all the same.
キーボックスが開かない。鍵がいる。
This is a door. What is it for? Just making sure. Yokon. Yokon is the proper pitch accent. All right. Let's check the classrooms first. Yay. All right. That's creepy. School Founder's Anecdote. Buy as much of that mountain's land as you can. Borrow money if you must, for it will surely bring you great wealth. Shortly thereafter, the country commenced their dam construction plan, and the mountain Mr. Yoneda had purchased was indeed a boon. He spent every last yen he earned on his hometown of Ebisugaoka. One result of his generosity was Ebisugaoka Middle School. Mr. Yoneda donated the Inari statue and housed it inside the small shrine seen on school grounds as his way of saying thanks to the fox that had blessed him. I think I remember seeing that you can find the wolf drawing from Midwich Elementary somewhere in here. Or a drawing like it, at least. Going back in here for the time being. I need a key. I need to find a key. There are 2 sets of stairs. Let me try the first one that I came upon. Oh, my back. Oh. That hurt. It's getting my costochondritis so badly. Hold on. Take a moment. Alright. Chrysanthemums grown by our very own vice principal have won the governor's prize. Did you know that Vice Principal Matsuo had a green thumb? His exquisite chrysanthemums took the top prize in their category at the floricultural fair held by the prefectural council. If you haven't already, take this opportunity to admire the vice principal's masterfully pruned flower displays on the school grounds. The vice principal enjoys gardening and waters the flower beds on the school grounds in his spare time. Too bad you can't zoom in on that picture. Is that supposed to indicate that the monster is him? It has flowers on it. I have to get the key from out there, huh? Other stairwell. Arare. So another one is probably going to be relatively close by then. Or wait, no, we picked up a third one previously, didn't we? Oh, we have 3 of them. Okay. So fourth one's probably not going to be too far away. Because you really need 2 of them at a time. When you need them. Maybe now that I've checked the locker, the shoe count, it will have something. Because the name was Aoi Takeshi. That should be at the start of the alphabet, even considering Japanese writing system. I need a key. I don't know how I avoided that, but okay. Oh. I probably gotta start back at the shrine. Oh, it starts me back here. Okay. Move! It took one of my arare from me. Maybe I have to get it again. Took a moment. Here we go. My throat's starting to feel sore. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's in here. Okay, I registered that I got the pipe.
キーボックスが開かない。鍵がいる。
Origami of rumors. I've always despised her. She goes around pretending like she doesn't want to be a girl, but she knows full well that she's so much cuter than everyone else. She makes me sick. There's a custom that's said to get rid of your worries like magic. You write grievances that you can't tell anyone on a piece of paper, fold it into an origami fox, and then throw it somewhere that no one else will find it. If you happen to come across someone else's origami of grievances, you can put it to rest by reading it. No matter what's written on it, you have to keep the information to yourself and not tell a single soul. It's a tradition that's been in this town for ages, but it was particularly popular with middle schoolers. Some kids would indirectly bully others by writing gossip about the people they hated and making sure to put it in a place they would see it. I personally don't like to write bad things about people, or read them for that matter. They say that you can put those complaints to rest by reading them, so I make the effort to read them out. But to be honest, I'd rather not pick them up when I see them. Hinako's a nice girl. Ebisugaoka used to be a lively town with an ample labor force for construction and coal mining when the school was built. This town was always bustling, and the school was full of students. The students at that time studied how to further improve the town as adults. The students of our time now study so that we can leave to go to a bigger town when we're adults. Can't say I know what that's like. What's her move? Start running, girl. Stop. Finally. I didn't check up here. Um, why am I going that way? Sledgehammer. Okay. Come on. Red capsules. Wow. It only took that? Oh, that means it's gonna revive again. Or it's gonna revive. Where are the keys? Keys, 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 keys. Oh, it's just that. Oh. Oh. I've got nothing.
血が止まらない。なんとかしないと。
Ramune. Here we go.
どこにいるの？もう十分でしょ？どこなの？見つけた。
Hmm. First aid kit. I don't think that was there before. I think the game gave us that. Thank you, game. Thank you, Konami. I said it. It won't open without a key. Alright. It didn't show the drawing on the map before, I thought. Hmm. I love how the bunny ears flop. It's just so fun. Who's the middle school floor plan? All right. What's not showing? Here. Gotta go up. We saw that. Now? Hmm. But did we really need the map if she remembers this place after her graduation? And just realized she has the bunny tail too. That's got its own pom-pom flopping. That's awesome. Journal. How do we get to that? Hmm. What classrooms do I have available to me? I have those two. Right. Won't open without a key. That's not a classroom. So just hit just that one. Just, I don't think I could open any of the windows. Let me try under here again. Maybe there's something I missed. It's a chicken coop? Or rabbit. Yeah, rabbit. That's it. I don't know where to go. I don't think there's anything to be found, but I had like two monsters coming at me at the same time, so maybe I should double check. That's where I... Did I get a toolkit there? No, I don't think so. I don't want to be trapped on here. Cool. I am confused. That's interesting. Space Wars. They must have drawn that. That's cool. That's cool. Got some music there. Can't see it very well. Yeah, whatever. Let me try outside one more time just to see if I can't go into the adjacent classroom. All right. Wait. Oh, never mind. I was thinking we could only do if the combination was like a 1 out of 27 um possibility on the combination lock, we could totally like brute force that. But it's not 3 cubed, it would be 9 cubed. Is there no, it would be 10 cubed. 1 in 1,000 chance. So never mind. The dust. Um Key to the back gate. Hmm. Yeah, I've been here. Origami of rumors. Ha! Looks like someone heard my prayers. To whichever god who answered them, thank you.
この祠学校創立より古いとか。
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, whatever.
ダム建設で一山当てた成金がわざわざここに学校を建てたって聞いたことがある。
Good on him. Oh, I can enshrine that as well. It's not even found far away from the shrine. So it's good I checked. Not much story-wise. Not much progression-wise, I mean. I don't like that it was just like, you find out that the vice principal is that monster. That's all you get from that part of the environment. I don't like that. I just wanted to try it. Oh, it means blue. It's a blue bag right there. Hmm. More music. Looks like the same piece of music. Can you stop breathing heavily, Hinako? I can't focus now. I was zooming in, and I was like really like seeing what it's about, and she just distracted me too much. Second, I started to, I'm sorry, focus on her breathing more. It just everything else went away. He lost the key to the stairwell. What does that mean? He's gonna charge me with the knife, isn't he? Can we get something off of him?
これもうじき壊れるな。
I don't understand. The lighting change. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. There's a blue bag on top of there. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not sure what to do. Ugh. Tailbone. I might have to look this up in the meantime, but I want to return to this tomorrow. His, I keep feeling like I could just figure it out if I keep playing, but this isn't looking appealing to many, I'm sure, right now. Just have trouble pulling the trigger. And ending stream. Hmm. Whatever. This weapon's about to break. Probably in better shape when I saved it. So I don't have to worry about that, I think. Why can't you give me anything? Oh? What's this? Keys, 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 keys.
これってお供え物？
Okay, not what I was looking for, but thanks. These are steps, but they're what, steps just for planting flowers? By the way, I like that coal mine and dam construction were there because it ties like the Ryukishi Zero 7 stuff and Silent Hill Hill proper lore. That lighting change really bugs me. Oh yeah, let's enshrine the dried carcass. Oh, where was it? Ran past it. I have Faith by George Michael in my head because, you know, you gotta have faith at the shrine. See, I have 420 faith right now. But I have my recently late grandfather's rendition of Faith mixed in my head with George Michael's. It's like George Michael's key, but the way my grandfather was playing it. He used to like to rearrange music and play it himself. So, yeah. Also, 420 Faith, blaze it. um, Let's save as well. Um, I feel like I'm admitting defeat right now, because that means now I have to look it up. Let's go back to original costume. And, I'll have to look it up and, use my acquired knowledge, to, advance further. But I didn't want to have to do it that way, and I don't want to be spoiled on anything when I look it up. I spoiled myself hard on Silent Hill 2 the first time. Original Silent Hill 2, that's the only version I played. The first time I was trying the coin puzzle, so very early on in the game. Got spoiled because of a walkthrough. They put the review of the game right at the beginning. And I was unsuspecting because, you know, I was new to all that. Using online walkthroughs and everything. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see. We don't have quite enough people to raid. I could, yeah, I'll just end stream here. Pick this back up tomorrow. We're streaming Silent Hill F tomorrow, starting around 4. So, yeah. Sorry, that was such a weak cheer. I was thinking about going, yay, but, I thought that was too strong, but that would have been better than what I did. Sorry, yeah, pick it up tomorrow. And then, on, yeah, today's Friday, right? Yeah. So Saturday's tomorrow, and then Sunday, I'll be doing Cyberpunk. I haven't touched that because of a side quest I got stuck on. So maybe I'll try to hammer that out in the meantime as well. And if I can, I'll just ignore that quest. I'll just play without it. And I think there might be like possibly exploration quests that you have to like run into to find that I didn't do, but I don't know that you have to run into them to find them, but they didn't come up on the map. So I'm assuming that's what it is. Anyway, tomorrow more Silent Hill F. Day after that, Cyberpunk. That's Sunday. So yeah, till then, I'm Regulus Pastor, and until next time, Wale!